So we've said already that with your roadmap, where your roadmap is concerned, you need the fuel to get there, but you also need to be shown the way. Because sometimes stabbing in the dark isn't good enough. So, how do we avoid stabbing in the dark? How do we avoid stabbing in the dark? Because some people, they stab in the dark for years and they never find the way. You know, I see guys in this area, guys who just spend their entire time on forums, they spend their entire time on the internet, trying to search for answers, trying to find a magic pill in one line, and they never really find their way because they're always just stabbing in the dark. They never get the help they need. Most of the time because they're listening to the wrong people. All right, there's so many cases of people trying to take their roadmap from people who have no clue. So here's what you need to do. Find yourself a mentor. You must find yourself a mentor. Now, there are all different types of mentor, right? You just need to find one who is already getting or has already done what you are trying to do. When it comes to results with women, who do you know that is already getting the results you want? If it's being playful, who do you know that is already so playful with women that he gets laughs wherever he goes? If it's opening, who do you know that seems to have no fear of approaching? Who do you know that can just walk up to anyone, anytime and just do it? He's really not care. He does not care about rejection. If it's number closing, find someone who's great at that. Okay, if you need help in the bedroom, find someone who's good at that. Just find people. Right? I spent my whole life trying to find mentors who are great in areas where I'm not, but want to be good at. Where I want to be excellent, I need to find an excellent mentor, someone who does it. And I'm not talking about someone who does it at a middle level. I'm talking about someone who does it at an extraordinary level. And do whatever you have to do to be around those people. Either befriend them, pay for them, take them to lunch, do whatever you need to do to be around those people, because those people are the key to your success. If you're going down the gym, let's say you do want a body like Brad Pitt out of Fight Club. That's your goal, okay? You've decided, that's my goal, that's what I want, and you sign up to the gym, okay? So you give yourself a level of resources. You get to the gym. Now you have a dilemma, because you could go it alone. You could just decide to start working out. But the truth is, you don't necessarily know how to get that body on your own. Do you know what machines to use? Do you know what mix of weights and cardio to use? Do you know what to eat? Do you know how regularly to eat? Do you know how regularly to work out? Do you know what breaks you need to take in between exercises? All of it matters because it all forms part of your roadmap, every little detail. And if you do it on your own, you could be stabbing in the dark forever, right? I could be working out for months and months and months on end. And don't get me wrong, stuff would change, but not necessarily in the way I wanted it to. That's the thing. That's what happens when you follow your own roadmap, when you haven't actually taken any help from a mentor on it. When you try and just do your own thing and stab in the dark, you'll end up with a result, but it's rare that it's the result that you're really looking for. See, what you could do is find yourself a trainer at the gym and actually get them to show you your roadmap. Because a trainer, someone who's, and by the way, if you're selecting a trainer, find someone who actually has the results you want. Because if you're looking for a body like Brad Pitt out of Fight Club, a guy who looks like the Hulk isn't necessarily the best guy, because he's going to make you like him. In the same way that I'm sure you wouldn't take advice from a personal trainer who is 10 stone overweight. Because clearly he's not your mentor. But you find someone who's getting the results already, and you say plain and clear, how do I do it? This is where I want to be. How do I do it? Give me every single logical step so I can follow it. Action by action. It should be for you on a plate. Okay, so I need to do this, then this, then this, then this, then this, and you just follow it. You know what I'm talking about? Inevitability. You do all the right things, you get the result. And he tells you exactly what you need to do. Okay? See, a trainer knows because he's done it already. He's done it 1,000 times before. It's like guys come to us for confidence or help in approaching. Well, it's fine. We do it every day. We eat that stuff for breakfast, right? So it's just natural. We see these sort of transformations every day. It's easy. Find a mentor who eats this stuff for breakfast. I remember when I did a skydive this year, I was terrified. Terrified. But you know what? The cool thing about a mentor is you get to place total trust in that person. And I know when I got there, I got to my skydive, I'm shaking, I'm nervous, I don't want to be doing this thing, but I think, screw it, I got to do it anyway. I actually ran a course where I promoted the whole concept of being a yes man, saying yes to more stuff. You know, being that sort of, everyone's seen the Jim Carrey film, Yes Man. I was like, say yes to more things. And what was really funny was, after the seminar, I'd evidently got them so pumped up that they went and started talking about a bunch of stuff they could do. And they're talking about, let's take up a martial arts, let's go salsa dancing, let's take a trip here. And I'm like, yeah, this is good stuff. But it starts to get a little bit more wild, and I start to get worried because I know that anything they sign up for, inevitably I'm going to have to sign up for being the one who preached it to them in the first place. So eventually it happens on one of these forums, a guy goes, okay, let's all do a skydive. And now my heart's beating because I never wanted to do a skydive. A skydive was never something I planned for in my life. I'm very happy. I'm happy where I am. I did not need to be jumping out of a plane. And the whole thing terrified me. Some people seem to be fine with that. I wasn't. Jumping out of a plane is very unnatural to me. So anyway, of course, one of them said, well, Matt, of course you're doing it. And I had to sign up. I had to go with them. And it's something ironic about being a confidence coach and now having to go skydiving with a bunch of people who are less scared than you are. But I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. When I got there, however, there's a whole bunch of mentors. There's a whole bunch of guys there who know this thing, inside out. And I remember my mentor strapping himself to my back, and I asked him, how many have you done of these? How many times have you done this and landed and still been alive? And he said, 2 or 3. He said, no, I'm kidding. He said, 10,000. 10,000 times. The real figure was something like 10,211, but 10,000 times. And I thought, I am a drop in the ocean to this guy. This guy has done this again and again and again. I'm nothing. This guy eats this for breakfast every day. This is boring to him now. You want to find someone that has done this so many times, either with himself or with different people, that this stuff is just run of the mill. It's like another day in the office. Because with this guy, it was. And I remember then jumping out of that plane, having a sense of safety, knowing that I'm with someone, I'm strapped to someone who knows this. He has opened that parachute 10,000 times before. And you need to find someone. Because look, when you go and approach someone, you're skydiving, you're taking a big risk, right? You open your mouth and you're hoping that it's going to go all right. You're hoping that you'll land safely. But having a mentor by your side is like, he's opened that parachute 10,000 times. It's like your safety net. The other thing about a mentor is he pushes you harder than you could ever push yourself. Because a mentor pushes you past what you believe is reasonable for yourself. A mentor stretches you constantly. You think your goals are big, a mentor will make them bigger. All right, we get guys come on a boot camp within 15 minutes, they've already exceeded what they're trying to do. A mentor then rips out the reality and just stretches it again and again and again. Just keeps stretching it. That's what you need in a mentor. And what you want to be doing is putting yourself as close to that person as possible, as often as possible. Okay? You need immersion with that person. So in whatever way you can, find immersion with a mentor. Find someone who you can stick with. It's very, very important. There's no area of my life that I'll find where I won't find a mentor where I can model. Someone you can copy, someone you can really, truly model the best characteristics of. And don't find one, find many. Find as many as you can. Very, very important. Okay?